You know what? I just thought about it. I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna slam him. I'm gonna let him get back up. Then I'm gonna hit him. How about that?
It wasn't my fucking fault.
Well,
The goddamn cameraman's fault.
I disowned you. Nigga, I don't want you no more.
Yeah, if this was anybody other than Rampage Jackson's son, I don't think there'd be any empathy here at all.
Dog gotta go lay down. You gotta go to prison, bro.
Son of Rampage Jackson is in some legal hot water, some serious legal trouble after a brawl that went down with a psycho Stu the other day, and this absolutely is going to have some serious legal repercussions.
Roger Jackson is now facing massive legal trouble, and it's not looking good. A string of charges has completely derailed his public image. And what's even more shocking is that both Roger and his father, Rampage Jackson, are scrambling behind the scenes to protect him. They're not just defending him publicly, they're actively trying to cover things up. Even the event organizers are attempting to sweep the matter under the rug, because the more the story grows, the more damaging details seem to come out. But what's really happening here? How is Roger trying to excuse himself? How is Rampage stepping in to shield his son? And is there any chance of avoiding the serious consequences that are coming? Let's break it all down. It all started during a live-streamed boxing event. Roger Jackson, Rampage's son, acted recklessly in a moment that shocked everyone watching. What could have been dismissed as a heated slip-up quickly spiraled into something much more severe. And when the cameras caught it all, there was no denying what people had just seen. But instead of owning up to the mistake, Raja and Rampage tried to shift the blame. They pointed fingers at the cameraman.
It wasn't my fucking fault.
Well,
The goddamn cameraman's fault. I know he's watching this shit. If you watching this shit, how could you? How fucking could you? It's what I expected, though. It's all good. We gonna figure this shit out.
But this defense fell flat. Nobody was buying it. To many, this looked like a classic case of a famous name trying to dodge responsibility. And it didn't stop there. MMA veteran Matt Brown spoke up about the incident, pointing out that if Raja wasn't Rampage's son, things would look very different.
If this was anybody other than Rampage Jackson's son, I don't think there'd be any empathy here at all. But we all love Rampage, and he's the man, and the fact that he's his son, we're all sitting here like, bro, what the fuck, and what do we think about this? If it was just about anybody else in the world, it'd be like, bro, throw it out, in the cage and throw the key away, man. And that's probably what's going to happen to him. We say they're investigating, there's not a lot to investigate. There's a video that shows it pretty goddamn clear, what do we need to investigate here? So, what's he going to get? I don't know what attempted murder is, but I mean, he was fucking knocked out and punching the shit out of him. I don't know how far.
Meanwhile, new reports revealed that the event management team was also trying to downplay the incident. They didn't want the story blowing up because it would cast a shadow over their brand and raise questions about their safety measures. But in their rush to protect themselves, the actual victim was ignored. Instead of prioritizing the injured party, the organizers focused on damage control.
You know what? I just thought about it. I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna slam him. I'm gonna let him get back up. Then I'm gonna hit him. How about that?
The most disgusting thing is that people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police.
The wrestling organization, they're trying to cover everything up.
And then even from the people closest to it now that I'm disassociating with, they won't even put up the full story.
Witnesses even claim that people were told not to cooperate with police, a disturbing allegation that makes the cover-up look even darker. But the cover-up wasn't enough to stop legal experts from weighing in. Attorney Andrew Esquire, better known online as Legal Mindset, broke down the situation in detail. He explained that Raja Jackson is staring down very real legal consequences, from battery charges all the way to possible manslaughter.
Son of Rampage Jackson is in some legal hot water, some serious legal trouble after a brawl that went down with a psycho Stu the other day, and this absolutely is going to have some serious legal repercussions. That is going to be the hurdle for prosecutors if they wanted to go this route. Next is manslaughter, and manslaughter is the unlawful killing of another without malice. It does not require malicious intent. Battery, definitely something that everybody can consider, and if you consider murder at the top end and battery at the low end, battery is one that, as you're going to see here, it looks a lot more possible.
So, what defenses does Roger really have? Legal experts suggest that his team might argue mutual combat.
Now, there are some defenses. There's mutual combat, which is a limited defense, not a total defense. It's not a get-out-of-jail-free card, but it is a limited defense against assault or battery, but only in the specific circumstance where both parties clearly and willingly participated without the intent to cause serious injury. and might come up as a defense is diminished actuality. This is actually changed from the diminished capacity defense. Some people are aware of that one. But what this means is the defendant, in this case Raja, did not have the necessary specific intent due to a mental disease, defect, or disorder. The other thing people aren't talking about right now, everyone's focused on the criminal and they're forgetting the civil, the tort side. There is massive liability on the civil side.
Still, these defenses aren't likely to erase the seriousness of the charges. The civil side alone could be devastating. Even as Rampage and Raja try to push back, the public isn't convinced. Rampage himself admitted he's been bombarded with threats and harassment, claiming that people are twisting his words and branding him unfairly.
I wish I could.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if there was any updates.
All I can say is a lot of racist people give me death threats and stuff like that. Like, I'm a puppet master. Calling me a bad boss. It's uncalled for. Anything I say gets twisted.
But sympathy for him is limited. Many fans believe that he's protecting his son at the expense of accountability. Brendan Schaub, a former UFC fighter and popular commentator, also chimed in after watching the footage.
I'll be transparent. I like Raja, and obviously I adore Rampage. Me and Rampage have a great relationship. I love Rampage. And it's just by nature, my initial thought was when I heard about this, and I spoke with Rampage, when I heard about this, I went, all right, how can I defend Raja? I look at all the videos. I watched the full live stream and all that. I got nothing. Oh, I can't, you can't defend this. I see this. It's so sad. He was just getting started and that all goes away.
Kevin Lee, another former UFC fighter, echoed that sentiment. He said if Raja avoids punishment just because of who his father is, it would be completely unacceptable.
He got to go lay down for a little bit. Like, if it was my son, that's what I would tell him. I mean, you a grown man, bro. You can't condone that type of behavior, bro. You got to go lay down for a little bit. We'll get you a good lawyer. You ain't going to be in there forever, but you got to go lay down. Dog got to go lay down. You got to go to prison, bro. There's no part of that you thought was cool.
But this situation goes even deeper. Some people believe Raja's reckless behavior is tied to his upbringing. Rampage has publicly humiliated his son in the past, disowning him on live streams and belittling him in front of audiences.
I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. So, nigga, I disowned you. Nigga, I don't want you no more. I want another son. I want another son.
Many speculate that this toxic dynamic may have left Raja unstable, creating the explosive anger we saw during the incident. Add to that the absence of his mother and a complicated family background, and some believe Raja has been carrying emotional scars for years. Still, none of that changes the present reality. Raja Jackson is now under a legal microscope, and every excuse is being dissected. Was it mental illness? Was it a moment of immaturity gone too far? Or was it simply a violent act with no excuse? At this point, it seems unlikely that any explanation will erase what happened. The bigger picture here is troubling. It shows what happens when fame, power, and influence collide with serious wrongdoing. Event organizers rush to protect their brand. Families scramble to cover up instead of confronting reality. And fans are left wondering whether justice will truly be served. As of now, Raja Jackson's future is hanging by a thread. Legal experts predict real consequences. Critics are calling for accountability, and the public is losing patience. The truth is clear. No matter how much Rampage and Raja try to cover it up, the footage speaks louder than words. So the question remains, can Raja survive this storm by claiming mental illness, or will this simply be the downfall of someone who thought he could escape accountability? One thing is certain, the excuses are running out, and the clock is ticking.